Greetings, welcome, and salutations, sales and marketing pros to Making Sales Social, coming to you from the Social Sales Link virtual studios. I'm Bob Woods of the aforementioned Social Sales Link, and joining me is the co-host of Making Sales Social Live. She's a fellow LinkedIn and social selling strategist, consultant, trainer, and coach. She's known as the LinkedIn Whisperer as well, Bryn Tillman. How you doing, Bryn?
Good. Say that 3 times fast.
I know, my God.
Welcome to Making Sales Social Live, as we share LinkedIn and social selling training, strategies, and tips that will have an immediate impact on your business. Join Bryn Tillman and me, Bob Woods, every week. Making Sales Social Live. This is the recorded version of our weekly Making Sales Social Live show.
So with the new year underway, you've probably made some resolutions that are business related or, made some business goals anyway. One of those might have been to get out of the office more often and attend networking events. I know that I would want to do so. Bryn has already been doing so, and knowing Bryn, she will continue to do so.
Me too. I love it.
I know. So Brent and I are going to bring you some ways to bring LinkedIn and social selling into your in-person networking to kind of integrate things so that you're taking all of the efforts that you're already putting into your in-person networking to that proverbial next level. Because as we all know, it's much, much more than just about going out and shaking hands. Right, Bryn?
Shaking hands and kissing babies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So absolutely is. And here's the thing. Well, first of all, I am such a people person that a lot of people find networking to be exhausting. It energizes me. I leave a networking event and I am pumped up and excited. And I think that's the difference between an introvert and an extrovert. I am an
Exactly.
absolute extrovert. That has nothing to do with personality. It has nothing to do with liking people more or whatever. What it really has to do with is, does networking bring you energy? So I'm hoping that for those of you that are extroverts, that you absolutely optimize this. But even the introverts can leverage your in-person meeting without exhausting yourself. So I'm just going to start a little bit about that, and then we'll go into the LinkedIn tips. But here's the thing. You want to make sure you are prepared for these in-person meetings. There are a few things that I do. I always have a fine tip pen, like felt like marker-ish pen, because I like to take notes on the back of business cards. Number one. So I always have those. You always have your business cards obviously ready to go. But you also want to make sure, and we're going to go through a lot of this, that you are prepared with LinkedIn. You also, going in, you want to have some goals. Now, your goals, you can't say, I want to meet 5 prospects. That's not a great goal inside of a networking meeting. But what you might want to do is you might have a goal like, I am going to have 3 meaningful conversations with people that I want to continue to build a relationship with. So it's not, I'm going to go out there and collect as many business cards as I possibly can. And it's not like I'm going to work the room. I'm going to introduce myself to 57 people. If you happen to introduce yourself to tons of people, great, you've met some people. But particularly for the introverts, what happens is this becomes so arduous and exhausting that the follow-up is just draining. So, but you're probably, if you're in sales, a people person. So you enjoy the conversations, just not the bulk conversations, right? Like that. So go in with a really good goal that makes you happy. Not everyone has to have the exact same goal going into a meeting. And I'm going to throw one more thing out, and then we'll get into the LinkedIn side. Go in with a partner. So not a partner in your company, a completely separate partner that does something that you don't do, but you really like and know each other's business. And then you can go in at the goal of you're going to make as many introductions for him as he's going to make for you. So if I'm talking with someone, rather than me trying to figure out how can I work in what I do so I can pitch this person, I might want to think about where is the opportunity for me to introduce this person to my networking partner. When I do that and I'm focused on helping someone else, it adds energy. It feels good. You're bringing value. You don't feel like you're pitching. You are helping someone else. And then they're helping you get those conversations. And then when you start those conversations, you're coming in at a higher level of credibility because someone said, hey, you should meet my friend. All right, Bob, now I'm going to throw it back to you to get into the LinkedIn stuff.
Yeah, so essentially, using LinkedIn, it's probably more there's definitely more to do, and it's more helpful to do during the event, and then especially with the follow up. But if you know the type of crowd that you're going to get, or sometimes you may even know exact people who are coming. Sometimes if you're going to an event that has sponsors and things like that, they may list the sponsors ahead of time, and sometimes you may actually want to speak with the sponsors as well. So you can use LinkedIn to research and reach out to the attendees who you know are going to be there or are expected to be there at least. You can reach out to them ahead of time and use LinkedIn so that you actually kind of know some people going into it, which if you're an introvert, that can actually help you out as well, because you're going in and you're actually, when you go in, I should say, and you actually know people, you may feel a little bit more comfortable because you're not going into a blind situation or what feels like a blind situation. So I do think that that's
Love that.
a really good thing to do. And then probably the other big
speakers
thing,
too. I
yeah,
love
speakers.
Mike and yes
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
right?
yeah. If there's speakers, yeah. If there's
Hey,
speakers involved, 100%.
I love that, right? You reach out and you may not even have a conversation with them, but I'm really looking forward to hearing you speak at this event. Now you're connected with them. A couple other things you could do during that event is you can share images of them speaking and tagging them and tagging their company and using the right hashtags. And you really start to build credibility with the main credibility person there. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Keep going.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then with that event and tagging thing, you can also tag the event and tag people who you meet, and maybe even take pictures of them and follow up. And that's a good way to follow up, is by mentioning them to your socials, especially LinkedIn, because that gives them more exposure to your network. So I think that that's a tremendous idea.
Big win-win. And by the way, when you upload pictures from your mobile, it actually will upload it as like if you do a few at a time as a collage. If you do it from your
Right.
desktop, it does it like a slider, but
Hmm.
from mobile, it's uploading as a collage. So if you have 6 or 7 pictures, that's pretty cool. It's one big picture that gets uploaded. Hi, Jeff.
Jeff, yeah. So Jeff commented really quick that he loves introducing two people. In other words, he loves introducing two people. So in other words, having a networking partner. He said it's never something that he's thought of specifically, but now he's going to start doing it. So we definitely appreciate hearing that. And John just commented he likes the idea of taking pictures of attendees that you meet. I think that all that's tremendous.
Yep. Hail to the selfie.
Hail to the selfie. Exactly. So now that we've gotten some, well, actually, one more thing, prepping for the event. So, if you have personalized LinkedIn messages that you want to send, during the event, especially if you are connecting with people during the event, it might be a good idea to have those ready to go so that when you're there and you're there during the event, you can use LinkedIn's QR code feature to scan someone else's QR code, or to teach them how to scan your code, connect with them immediately, and then also have that message immediately ready to go, just so that the person who you've connected with or who connected with you, whichever way it ends up going, you know ahead of time who that person is. That's just kind of like a brain teaser type of thing more than anything else.
I want to yes and to that because that's brilliant.
Absolutely.
And I think that's so smart. So two things. The first one is you write that message. You can put it in a notepad and copy and paste it. But if it's a message you're going to use often, every smartphone has short code. So if you've ever you type something and accidentally says, I'm in a meeting, I'll call you later. That's short code. That's living inside of your phone. It's in the settings. In an iPhone, it's under settings and text replacement. But every Android is a little bit different. But you can actually do a short code. Like I might do =CH means chamber message, right? And I can then type out my message or email myself and copy and paste to the message that says, it's great meeting you at the West Orange Chamber of Commerce breakfast. I'm looking forward to continuing our conversation. Let's connect on LinkedIn. So now I meet them. Great to meet you, Bob. We take out our phones. We click on the search bar. We click on the little QR code. One of us scans the other. I think in this case, I'll probably take control, but they might. So let's say I scan Bob's QR code. I go there. And then I'm going to connect. I want to click on the more option to personalize the message. Now I can either paste the message or I can type in my =CH and the entire message will appear. This is going to do a couple things. One, it's nice. It personalizes the message. Number two, it pushes your new connection into the inbox so that you're both prompted to continue the conversation. Number three, it reminds you a year from now where you've connected. So that is so important that you said that, Bob. And I just wanted to kind of dive deeper in why your tip to personalize that message is absolutely critical. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and then the other thing to do, kind of diving in deeper. So you're not going there just to meet just people, and you're definitely not there to pitch your products or services directly. Obviously, you never do that. What you should be doing is kind of thinking of people in a couple of different general categories. Not like truly categorizing, but as you're meeting people, you may want to sort them in, and this is where having that pen that Bryn talked about is important, because you could just put this directly on their business cards, categorizing people into potential prospects, or if they're allied, if they could become a partner of yours, or sometimes they're just general good contacts, just people who are just good to know about in general, because maybe they can help you out, maybe you can help them out. Just make sure that you kind of know where these people are going in your mind, essentially.
So I'm going to yes and that. If you have Sales Navigator, download the app, and you can actually you can save them as a lead under a topic. So you can save them as a prospect or as a referral partner. So big win. Awesome. I think we could yes and each other all day long.
We can, yeah. There is so much stuff to yes and here. So now that we've got, let's say we're done with the event, we kick back, relaxed, either it's that night or the next day. I have some follow-up strategies for you, and these are pretty much like the follow-up strategies that you would do with any connection. So kind of keep that in mind. First of all, if you haven't connected with everyone who you met, it's a perfect opportunity to do that with that introductory message that you met them at a certain event, because I guarantee it'll be fresh in their minds. So definitely do that. Next thing is, start engaging with them, start commenting, start liking, start sharing their own content.
Great.
Make sure that they know that you exist, and keep pinging on their radar. And that's one of my favorite terms. Ping on their radar by commenting, by liking and commenting, preferably. And when you comment, don't say great post. Actually add to the post with your own observations or your thought leadership, that type of thing. And
And
then from there,
yes, and in that,
yes,
also
and
tag someone. So I read this and I'm like, great post. If I, and maybe I have I have my 2 cents that I put in there, and then I'll do at Bob Woods, check this out. All of a sudden now I'm bringing Bob into this conversation, and they're like, ooh, not only did she like it, but she's helping me get in front of other people too. Keep going.
yep. Next thing is follow-up messages. You personalize those. So remember when you were categorizing people, this is where the magic starts to happen. So if they're prospects, send them the opportunity to download something. Obviously, don't actually put the download in there. Ask if they're interested in something that you think would help them, that preferably comes from your company. If they say yes, then send them the link. Or the partner, potential partners, same type of thing in general, because hopefully you can help out partners as well as your prospects, and that's what you're looking for. And again, ask for permission to do so. And then you can also suggest meeting for coffee or lunch with those allied partners to explore referral opportunities as well, which
I love that, to continue the conversation, which is
yes.
fantastic.
Hmm.
Also, you have like a calendar link that you use. Create one specifically for networking. So instead of
Yep.
having just that generic 15-minute link go over, consider following up on our networking conversation. It could still be 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but it feels more personal. And so it's just, it's minimal to pay for Calendly or any of they have tons of them out there now. We like Calendly. We do not make commission on that.
Right.
Although we've tried. There's
Yeah.
not an
We're trying.
opportunity.
We're trying. They don't have anything set up
They
yet, but we're trying.
don't have affiliate programs, Calendly, think about it. But anyway, we still highly recommend them. And by personalizing that calendar link around a networking conversation, it just will build more trust and credibility, and that personalization is huge, right? So, Jane, great meeting you at the Chamber of Commerce. As mentioned, I'm looking forward to following up or continuing our conversation. Please let me know your preferred way of scheduling. If it happens to be via calendar link, here's mine. That's a great, soft way to get in. You're respecting their calendar. If they hate calendar links, they can come back and let you know how they like to schedule. But it's very simple and it's very effective. And to Bob's point, this is methodical. The next day, you go through all of these people, you have this follow-up. They turn into conversations, and some of them, based on those conversations, we might take it to lunch, to coffee, whatever that is, right? So,
Yep.
yay. Oh, one other thing on that, in that conversation, ask them, where else do you network? What other programs do you go to? Because that will
That's a good one.
expand your opportunities as well. Okay, Bob,
Yep.
next one. We have just a few minutes here.
We have just a few minutes left. So this is something that we obviously we talk about all the time. If you've heard other podcasts of ours and things like that, and just follow us in general. But your LinkedIn profile has to be updated, has to align with the public persona that you are presenting at these events and the discussions that you're having at these events. Because there is nothing worse than connecting with someone at an event and have them look you up on LinkedIn, and your LinkedIn profile is totally different, somewhat different from the things that you've been talking about, because they're just going to wonder about you at that point rather than be interested in you.
Yeah, I love that. And if you're looking, I'm just going to throw in, if you're looking for, I don't have a link to put this up, but if you're looking for help on your profile, come to one of our guest coachings. Go to socialsaleslink.com/events, EVENTS, and go down to our coaching. You can come once a month for free bring your profile and let Bob take a look at it.
What I do, it's one of the many things that I do. The good old profiles, they are so easy to overlook, and yet they are so incredibly important. And this, what we just talked about here, is just one of the reasons why that they're so important.
Yay. Well, this was fun. I think we accomplished a lot in a short period of time.
Ton of stuff. So with that, thank you, the listener, the viewer, however you are consuming us today, for joining us on Making Sales Social Live. And if you are with us live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, or X/Twitter right now, we do this every week, so keep an eye out for our live sessions. If you're listening to us on our podcast, therefore not live, but you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe or follow button so that you can access all of our previous shows and be alerted when new ones drop, especially if you click the bell. I don't know if there's the bell in every single one. It's tough to keep track of all these podcast platforms that we're on. So if you do want more info on our podcast, it's at socialsaleslink.com/podcast. We do this show weekly, and we also do the interview series where we talk with leaders and experts in sales, marketing, business, and many more areas. So when you are out and about, be sure to make your sales
social. And if you're in the West Orange, New Jersey area, come to a West Orange Chamber of Commerce meeting and we'll meet in person.
There you go. Perfect. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Don't miss an episode. Visit socialsaleslink.com/podcast. Leave a review down below. Tell us what you think, what you learned, and what you want to hear from us next. Register for free resources at linkedinlibrary.com. You can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google Play. Visit our website, socialsaleslink.com, for more information.